Hey, this is George back with the New Hunter's Guide, and today I'm going to teach you guys how to make the dunking duck jerk rig. Now this is a motion decoy setup that is designed to help you guys get some movement and some waves and ripples on the water on calm days, and you can build this for $5 or less, maybe $0 depending on what you already have in your house. So let's take a look at what we've got here. First, we've got some string. This is decoy rope. This is used. I've had this for a long time, and this will do the job just fine, or you guys can get some paracord or anything that's black, green, or dark. Then we got a couple of black zip ties. Brown would work, but black's probably the best. Next, we have a keychain loop. This is just something you'd put your keys on. Here we have a 2-pound barbell. 2 or 3 pounds of work. This is one that I had. Obviously, it's got some paint on it already because I used it for one of these rigs previously. Took it apart to make this one. But any color is going to do because the next ingredient is spray paint. You want to use a brown flat spray paint. Flat is important. You don't want it to shine. Black would work just fine. Any dark or tan color you have in the garage already is all you need. And the color of the dumbbell doesn't matter because we're going to spray paint it. Same with the key ring. We're going to spray paint it. Just knock it down. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then, of course, we need a duck decoy that has a loop right here in the front or in the middle, preferably in the front. Any kind of decoy is going to work just fine. This is Flambeau Masters, standard size or full size, I don't remember. So that's all we need. Now I'm going to get started and show you guys how to put it together, and then we're going to test it. All right, so our first step, we've got our dumbbell, we've got our key ring. We're going to take a zip tie. We're going to run it through just like this, through the key ring, around the barbell, get it started. The exact position doesn't matter too much. Try to get right in the middle there and then cinch it tight. We got our pliers so we can give it a good, firm, snug pull. Then we're going to take our second one, run that through just like so. Now, do you need to use 2? No. But if you only use 1 and that one fails, then you've lost your weight at the bottom of the lake or the pond or the river or wherever you're at. All right, so we got those nice and tight. Now we'll just cut off the excess. Doesn't have to be perfect. Again, this is going to be in the bottom of the water. All right, so there we go. Doesn't have to be dead center. That'll work just fine. A 1-pound weight I find is a little light. 2 or 3 pounds works perfect. Heavier than 3 pounds will work even better, but it's going to be extra heavy to carry in and throw in, and I don't know that you want that. So now that we've got that set up, we're going to do our spray painting. Now you guys can spray paint however you like. This is the way that I'm going to do it today. Just I think it's easier and saves you steps. I've got my string. I'm just going to tie a knot or 2. Then I'm going to take my weight, and I've got this handy tree right here, and I am going to toss the weight over a branch or 2 so that it's dangling and hanging just like this. Get it up to a nice height. Let me steady it for you. And then I'm going to spray paint it hanging just like that in the air. All right, so we give it a little quick hit with the paint. What's nice about the hanging is you can get above, you can get below. Now again, this doesn't have to be perfect. We're just trying to knock this down a little bit so that the ducks that are flying over top don't see this neon color. If you've got a weight that's already black, then you probably don't have to paint it at all. So I think that's about perfect. Get the sides, oh, got some inside pieces. And all right, that'll do it. Now we're just gonna wait for this to dry, and I'll show you guys how to tie the duck up to it, and then we will take it out to the lake and do a test. All right, this thing has been hanging here drying now for a few hours. Time to take it down for the next step. All right, so the final piece of the puzzle here, and the way this all works is we take our cord, We run the cord right through the keyring, right there, just like that. Then we take our cord, we run it right through the little eye there of the duck. And we just gotta tie a little knot. Now you guys are probably better with knots than I am, and this is just the demo, and I have got to be quick. So I'm just gonna tie a couple of real simple over-under knots. The idea here, you don't want this to come loose ever, ever, ever. But for the sake of what we're doing, just these handful of jerry-rig knots will do just fine. And then that's what's gonna happen. So the way this is gonna work is you're on shore with this end. This duck is floating in the water. As you pull, let me get you a little better angle. As you pull from shore, this duck is gonna come down. So it's gonna go up and down like this. It's gonna pull the front end down, and it's gonna cause waves and ripples in the water. So that is the general mechanism. That's how this thing is gonna work. Now we're gonna go to the lake and we're gonna test it. I'm gonna show you guys what this thing is like in action. But first, let me invite you guys, hit that thumbs up button, hit the like, that really helps us out. Let us know what you think about this video. And I also gotta give a shout out to Riley Hendrickson from Rilo Game Calls. He's the one that taught me how to do this rig. And I used this rig my entire first duck season. Every one of the ducks we shot that season was using this kind of a rig. So we're gonna go test it so you can see how it works live and in the water. Also, I should mention the #1 reason you guys would use a rig like this is because it is cheap. Okay, you could usually build this for $5, maybe $0. You know, that can of paint had that in the garage. Might cost you a couple bucks to get one new. You can get the cheapest paint though that money can buy. This thing's gonna sit at the bottom of a lake. That dumbbell, have those lying around, you could pick them up at the thrift store for $1, sometimes 50 cents. The string, the cord, often have that lying around, the key ring. All of this is stuff you can get super cheap. Is this better than a regular jerk rig you might buy for $30 or $40? In most ways, no, but it is super rugged. Okay, you're not gonna break this thing. If you've got some sturdy paracord, you can pull on this thing for all your might all season long, and this thing is gonna last, it's gonna be durable, it's gonna work with duck decoys, just like goose decoys. So what this is doing is helping new hunters get out into the woods, helping people with no budget, or helping people, maybe you've been hunting for a while, but you're trying to add some motion to your spread, and you just don't have the cash to plug into it right now. You can use this, or things like this. Same kind of setup, similar recipe, but maybe you've got different parts lying around, and you can build a motion rig at almost no cost. All right, let's see how it works. All right, guys, so we are here at the lake. This is a real duck lake. There are very often ducks here. I've seen ducks here quite often, actually. And right here, we've got the setup with the string and the decoy and the weight. So the way we throw this in, literally, you're just gonna grab it like this, okay? Now, you can do this a little more scientifically when you're hunting, but for the sake of demonstration, it doesn't need to be any more complicated than this. So we're gonna give it a good throw. All right, so you see it out there in the water. Now we're gonna wait a minute for the ripples to settle down, because there's ripples since we just threw it. We got to wait for the ripples to go away so you can see the ripples that it makes. All right, now we got the string in hand right here, right? You see it in the water? So we give it some little tugs. And right now, he's just making ripples. You can see it goes up and down. It depends on, you know, how deep it is. If it's deeper, you're going to get more action than you would otherwise. Yep. Like I said, if the duck is down deeper, then he's gonna bend more and point straight down. This water's really, really shallow, but if you're hunting in shallow water, this is what it would be like. So now here's how you get it out of the water. So he's in there, you know, we can pull it, and if you're in the blind, you're gonna pull more straight like that. So you're gonna get that. And then to pull it out, we're just gonna pull back and just give it good, strong tugs. Just grabbing that wet line. Give it good, strong pulls. And again, a heavier weight here could help a little bit. And you can see, pulled up some seaweed, but all right, guys, I wasn't real satisfied with that last demonstration because I couldn't get it deep enough to work right. And it was so shallow, I couldn't get it out far enough to still be deep so you guys could see it. So I found a new spot here. We're gonna give it another go. Much deeper location. All right, so we got it in the water. And we just gotta give it little tugs. And you can see that little dipping action with the nose. That's exactly what you want. Looks like he's scooping bugs off the water. And the longer you let it float around a little bit, the wind will blow it maybe a little bit away from the anchor and you get more action. So that's what you're looking for. That is the dunking duck. And to pull it out, we just yank real hard on this line and up he'll come. Probably with a bunch of seaweed, but there it is. Hope that's helpful for you guys. You know, as always, let me know in the comments below what you think. Give us a thumbs up or please like this video. Helps us reach more people. And until next time, God bless you guys and go get them in the woods.